All right, you ready?
It doesn't matter where each of us are from, urban legends lurk in every corner of the world. It could have been that scary house that stood abandoned for what seemed like 100 years, a bridge, or possibly even a dark set of woods. Every town has their own set of urban legends passed down from generation to generation. Even bringing up the topic could possibly be bringing back terrifying memories from your childhood. As a child, I'm personally familiar with the urban legend of Bloody Mary. It was a popular story to share at slumber parties, and when she went into the bathroom and chanted her name 3 times into the mirror, and she was said to appear, possibly even snatching you up and dragging you back into the mirror with her. My friends and I debunked this urban legend, but it was scary to even build up the courage to try. Most urban legends that we know are familiar to our parents and possibly even our grandparents. So, how long have urban legends been around? Urban legends have been around about as long as mankind has been able to communicate. When the first caveman told the second caveman a true story, who in turn told a third, who told a fourth, a widespread belief was achieved. The urban legend was born. According to NationalGeographic.com, the legend of the Fountain of Youth had been around since 323 BC, in which Alexander the Great was said to have been searching for the river that healed the ravages of age. Another urban legend from early history is the legend of the Holy Grail, the cup Jesus drank from at the Last Supper and was used to collect his blood at his crucifixion. Many have dedicated their lives to tracking down and hopefully one day discovering these legends of history, yet concrete evidence of their existence has never been found. Urban legends have been around since the beginning of man and all throughout history. How do these stories spread like wildfire among the population? Let's talk about the different ways urban legends are relayed. As I said before, since the days of the caveman, urban legends have existed. According to Peter Lewis of the New York Times, writing was not invented for several 100,000 years, so the oral tradition dominated. As one story was passed down to offspring as clearly as any inheritance. An elder would tell the story to the children, who in their time would tell it to the younger generation, and the cycle would continue. Yet with anything that's spread by the word of mouth, it tends to get twisted along the way. Have you ever played the game telephone? One person whispers a message to another, which is then passed through a line of people, until the last person announces the message to the entire group. More often than not, the message is not relayed correctly down the line. The same goes with urban legends. These stories are usually morphed little by little, sometimes to reflect the culture or beliefs of the storyteller or audience. That is why there tends to be several versions or subtle differences in all urban legends. Once literacy became more widespread, urban legends, from letters to literature, increased their reach to the masses. In previous times, stories were bound by the physical presence and time of the storyteller. The emergence of the internet took this concept to a whole nother level. Websites, email, blogs, and social media, the sheer speed of sharing stories from person to person is remarkable. An urban legend can be published with the click of a button and read by thousands within minutes. Finally, I'm going to tell you an urban legend I found on urbanlegendsonline.com you may have heard or a similar version. 2 young lovers are parked out in the woods making out when an important news bulletin comes over the radio. A crazed serial killer had escaped from a local asylum. Described to have lost his hand years ago and had been replaced with a large metal hook. The boy thought nothing of it, switching off the radio and turning his attention back to his girlfriend. Suddenly, small noises erupt nearby. The girl pulls away frightened. "I'm scared, about what they said on the radio. Maybe we should go home." "You don't want your parents to find out we didn't go to the movies, do you?" "Just relax," he said smoothly. Picking up where they left off, they didn't hear anything for a while until there was a loud screech on the door, coming from the girl's side of the car. "That's it, take me home. It's not safe out here," she yelled. The boyfriend reluctantly agreed, complaining all the way to her house. Barely waiting for the car to stop, the girl angrily opened the door. Slamming the car door, ready to go inside, she froze, staring at the car. She started to scream. The boy grew alarmed, got out of the car, and walked to her side. He, too, stopped and stared at the door handle in terror. Found hanging from the car door was a bloody hook dangling in place. This classic urban legend is called The Hook, and there are several versions. It has been said the story was originally created to induce fear into teenagers about the dangers of staying out past curfew and premarital sex. There are thousands of urban legends all over the world with multiple versions, and many holding their own morals. Today we have learned about the history of urban legends, how they are spread, and even got to hear a classic freaky tale. Urban legends have been around for centuries and will continue on for centuries to come. They appealed to our deepest fears and desires, which makes them so great. They gave us an excitement and shock factor, making us eager to share them with the world. Yet urban legends are just that, legends. Be careful as they are running freely, especially within the internet world. It would always benefit you to check your facts before sharing. Thank you.